Hi, it's Melissa with communicatewithangels.com, and today's topic is how can I really tell it's my angels that I'm hearing versus my own mind? And I'll tell you, this is the most common question that people ask me. I know it can be a struggle at first, particularly if you're newer to spiritual development. It just feels a little bit uncomfortable to start trusting that more sensitive spiritual side of yourself if you haven't had the habit of tuning into that. It can even feel like you're doing something wrong. It feels scary to some people. And just know that if you're in that place right now, it's okay. But I'm going to share some tips with you today that will help you to really be able to discern the guidance, the messages that your angels are sharing with you, and to be able to tell the difference between your angels and your own thoughts. So let's dive in. Now, first of all, there's really no hard and fast rules here, but these are some tips that at least one or two of these should resonate to where it's going to help you in your journey of discerning your angels and trusting it more. So the first thing is that you don't pick up your angels' messages through your mind. You have two parts to your nature, your intellect and your feeling nature. And your feelings really encompasses your intuition. We call it your true feelings in the Way Showers College, but out there in society, it's mostly called your intuition, your sixth sense even. So they're communicating to you through your sensitivity, that feeling part of you. So you don't analyze it, you don't dissect it, it's just there, okay? So when you receive a message through your feeling nature or your intuition, it will seem like it just pops in your head. It just shows up. You didn't use any effort to think of it. So it's that feeling of maybe having an aha moment or a moment of clarity or just, oh yes, that's right. Or it takes you by surprise and you think, wow, I didn't even think about that. You can even have a conscious awareness that you didn't think that up. It came from something outside of you. Okay, so another tip is that you want to be sure that you're relaxed. If you are relaxed and not stressed, it's going to be much easier for you to discern that it came from your guidance. Sometimes the message that comes in has a distinct tone to it. I've had messages from my angels where it seemed like a different tone of voice. Often when I hear my guides, it kind of sounds like my own thoughts, but sometimes there's a distinct different voice, maybe a more masculine voice, which is more noticeable for me as a female, to say, wow, that really wasn't me, that was my guidance. The message is always with love and never imposing on you. Okay, so that's another conversation, but if you have any messages that feel imposing or tell you what to do, be certain and be clear that that is not your angels connecting with you. Another way to discern the message is if it's really kind of short and sweet. It might just be 1, 2, or 3 words, a phrase. It might be a feeling. It might be a flash of a picture. The other day, I was trying to find my son's tablet, like his iPad. And I just kept seeing that it was in the car. It was in the car. But when I looked in there, I couldn't see it anywhere. But I kept seeing this picture, and it got more and more refined that it was wedged in between the seats somewhere. And I was thinking it would be in the back seat. But when I looked in the front seat, there it was, wedged between the left front seat and the console in the middle. And I didn't see it before because it's black and it was the same color as the seats, but there it was. So I saw the image in my mind. My angels were indicating something that I had no idea where it was, so I knew it wasn't me. I knew it had come from my guidance. And then I just followed that impression until I found the tablet. Another thing that can help as a clue is if you ever get an impression when you're first waking up in the morning, that moment between kind of sleeping and waking up is definitely a time when you're more relaxed. Your intellect is kind of gone AWOL for a while you were asleep, and so your angels can move in a lot more closely as you're just bringing in your conscious awareness. So if you get any impressions or ideas, $1 million ideas when you're first waking up in the morning, pretty sure that will probably be something to pay attention to, that it's likely from your angels, and it can be a very mystical experience. You can also ask your angels for impressions in your dreams as well. So here's the thing. When you ask, how can I really tell if it's my angels or if I'm just making it up? You're really still operating from your intellectual nature. Your intellect is the part of you that wants to analyze and dissect and prove and understand and even be a little bit skeptical. But when you're in your true feelings, when you're in your intuition, that isn't really a concern anymore. So really the most important thing that you can do is expand your intuitive part. Make that stronger. Allow that part to take the lead. Allow your intellect and your thinking to take a back seat. It's not in control anymore, and you kind of need to be firm about that because your intellect wants to take over and be in control. But remember, the real you is that true feelings. It's the hunches, impressions, desires, experiences, and everything that you are. You are the sum total of all of your experiences. So I really encourage you to get involved with a program that will help you to grow and expand your intuition so that it is just that really strong inner pivot point for you. And then you won't even really be in the habit of questioning anymore. It kind of even takes that conversation out of the equation. So I do invite you to consider the Spiritual Expansion Community. This is a monthly program that we have in an online format where we have members from all across the globe who are dedicated to growing themselves and developing that intuitive part. You went to school for 17 or more years developing your mind. And so you're good there. Let's now take as much time and effort to develop the real you, to make spirituality a way of life so that you can really trust your sensitivity, because that is the secret to living a more happy, successful, and abundant life. So I hope that gives you some tips to be able to discern when your angels are really guiding you, and a little bit of homework. Work on developing your spiritual part and making that a way of life. So have a look at spiritualexpansioncommunity.com, and please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. Comment below what you learned from this and how you can tell when your angels are communicating with you so that we can share with everyone else in this community. Hit the like button, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.